My name is Ahmad Radzi. Today we have Frederic Bulot here from Gabon. He's 30 years old, Feda United players. So, okay, Frederic, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, uh, let me ask you the first question. When did you realize that football is going to be your career?
Um, I start to play football from the street because in France, for many big city, we have a lot of kids play outside and play to the street. And I think at this time we find who is good for technique, for agility and everything. And I signed maybe late from compared to some guys. You can have a license maybe 6 years old, and I get my first license maybe 8 years old. But when I arrive on the club with this lesson, um, I feel like more. I feel much better like some player for technically and everything. Um, After that, I play some some years in the same club, Tours, my city. When I came from Gabon, I come to France for in Tours, and I at maybe 11, 12, I have already many club was coming for check my profile like Lyon, Monaco, Rennes, Lille.
So, you are raised in Gabon, or your father is from France and your mother is from Gabon?
Yes.
So, do you raise at Gabon and you move to France, or
I'm born in Gabon. All my family born in Gabon. Part of my mother. My mother is 100% from Gabon. My father is 100% from France. So all my sister and brother born in Gabon, and we moved when I had 4 years old to France. And before that, between I was also in Guinea Conakry. So for maybe 2 years I live there. I live in France.
in 2010 you play your first professional career, I think, for AS Monaco, 2010. So, how do you feel that when your dream become true?
It's it's amazing to feel this opportunity. Like now, my opportunity arrive at this time. You are like exciting, and you have also stress because um, all people from academy or formation want to be professional is the first thing. But when you are professional, it's not like you are professional and it's okay. Now you are professional and you have to prove that you can stay in the level and you can improve also. So when I arrived in my first game, it was very important for me because I was very young in this team, and some famous player was on the bench or some famous player don't they are not on a group. So the coach make me confident, maybe too high level for me at this age, and for my first game in professional against Lyon, the best team in France at this time.
That time you are 20 years old, right?
At 20 years old, maybe
20,
yes,
2010,
19 or 20.
19.
So yeah, it was a lot of responsibility for me also, and I did a good game, and after that I continued to progress about my condition, work also for myself about the stress and everything because professional is different than this academy or formation or second team of the club. So you play with a good and famous player also, so you have to be like professional.
Okay, thank you. After that, in 2012, you signed for Standard Liège
Yeah.
for 2 million euro.
Yes.
And then, what makes you move to that club?
I move. I leave Monaco because we go down in second division from long
League One.
time, and it was like very strange for this club to go in second division. But it was the end of my contract, and at this time I have many clubs from first division want bring me. So the club want to keep me, but for second division, I was international French player also. So it was important for me to stay in best league. So with my family and my agent, we decide finally to go to Caen, first division France, for for 1 year. For not 1 year, but I stayed just 1 year because I do very good season, many assists, some goals, and after that I go to Standard de Liège. They buy me 2 million, and the decision to go in Standard de Liège was like, my agent was a international Belgian player, so very famous there and important. So we have heavy contact. And in France, I had opportunity to go to Marseille and Saint-Etienne. But at this time, you are in some situation you can't, because you have to go with some agent or speak with some director. So it's like the people out of the football can't understand this, but in football you can't go wherever you want.
You play for France underage, under 16, under 17, and also under 20.
Yeah.
And then, but for senior team, you choose Gabon.
I explain from my young age, I start like I was the first guy on pre-formation to sign in professional club. For example, we was 18, like he's the 19th best player of you cut France by 5, and each have pre-formation. So when you go in this pre-formation, normally it's for sign to one club professional for go formation for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I was the first one to sign before to go on this pre-formation. So I just learned there, but I know already I go to Monaco after that. So all what I did when I was young was what a young player at my age can do the best. So I signed also quickly in Monaco, big contract. The Gabon was already speak with me and my family to bring me for play in Gabon. But for me, it was important to stay in France because the level is different.
Yeah.
And I play in high level. I have a Europa Cup, I have a World Cup, and I play in team with good players. So we can't at this time to decide to go in Gabon, for example.
You don't have any regret about that decision?
No, not any regret, because at the time when I decided to go, I was 100% sure that I want. So I can decide. I can feel like regret. I have any regret about this decision.
The biggest fear for footballer, I think, is injury.
Yeah.
And then I think you have been there. You have injured before.
Yeah.
So how do you overcome? I think injury is the lowest point of footballer's life. You will feel very down. You feel very upset and stressed because you cannot do what you love, and it involves your career, your future, and also your financial. So how do you overcome that?
This was my first injury. It was when I was in Monaco, so at 16 years old, so very, very young. This surgery, because of this surgery, I missed the first European Cup.
Yeah.
So I was very sad because I was also an important player in this team. And for this competition, it was like a dream also for a young player. And after that, I do a European Cup with this national team, so I do one. Yeah. And I miss also for the second one at 18, the World Cup for young. So too bad for me, and sad also. In the same situation, I came back from the rehabilitation, but very late for play football on high level. So always I stay in a club, but I work as a trainer already, but not ready for play some game like this. And my two last one was in club when I back in France in first division, Reims. I do one for just remove the blood and maybe cartilage. So it was not far from rehabilitation, maybe 6 weeks. But I never get better mobilization, and it was difficult to get back on the pitch and train good with no pain. And it's at this time my club from uh, from France make a mistake because they push me to play and my body was not ready to. So this make my articulation destroyed. And after that, 6 months after, I go to Barcelona with Dr. Kiran. It's one of the best guy to make surgery for the knee. He work with Barcelona, work with too many big famous players like Messi, De Bruyne. Everyone goes there for check if you have problem of your knee. And this guy is the medicine from president of Gabon, so because they have also problem of the knee. So the president make all recommendation for bring me and check everything, and he do everything for me. And but I was like, okay, if I win this, maybe in 1 year I will can win this. And the national team of France of Gabon wait to me for play African Cup.
Yeah.
Because I play one, and the second one arrived just before my surgery, and I was the same like before, too close for play this competition. So I miss also this one, and so problem for my finance, problem for my body, problem with the club. So everything around is the same times. So very very hard, but this make me like stronger about everything, because when I'm back, nobody can believe that I'm back like this. Because when you look the body, when you look the knee from RIM or you never know, they just say, you play football. I say, yeah, I play football. And it's like the medicine say no, but I do. Is I don't know how to explain in English, but it's very, I'm very happy from me first. And from me, behind me I have my family, my friend, and some people close to me know what is this situation at this time and what I can expect. Because in Gabon, in national team, or people from football in Europe, they will just say, "Hey, why Fred is in Japan? Why Fred is in Malaysia?" But they just think, he's good player. Why he's not in big club?
Yeah.
They just think like this. But you can't explain to everyone what you feel, what you have, so you just accept the judgment and the comment, your opinion, the opinion of people. But you know what is your goal. My goal is to do my best and be better than yesterday. Every day I win. If I look, sometimes I'm in training or game, I just like, I do this, and 1 month, 1 year, the doctor say you have to do surgery, and you are like, okay, it's my life, it's like this, but this will be important for all my life, for my character, for my attitude, for my goal. And I know from the check, some check make you stronger for something other, maybe not from football, but I want to give what I feel to people, because it's like edification for everyone, for learn from this situation. Because some player, they will just feel like, I want to stop, but you can give them some opinion, some history like this, and they will check like, if he can, maybe I can also. So it's good for young player, for everyone to. Sometimes I speak to young player and some guys to maybe have good level also, but they learn also from me.
Uh, as a professional football player, you okay? No sacrifice, no victory. In order to gain something, you need to lose something.
Yeah.
You lose something. So, as a football player, you move from France to the Japan and now Malaysia. It takes a lot of sacrifice. You left your family, your loved one. So, what's make what's the makes you feel strong?
But it's like what I told you. When you touch the floor,
Yeah.
you can't go more than
Mm.
I can go more. So all what I do, I know it's for approve. What I feel is like when you have charge responsibility from um, different salary from Asia, for example, my salary may be like this, and when you change because you have problem with the club, so until your problem finish with justice, your charge stays the same. So you have to keep your charge, keep your family safe, everything. So I work on my body, I work for my charge, and I work for never give back. Like I work a lot for win for my body, for win for my finance, for win for my family, for win for my character, for win for everything. And the sacrifice is to maybe move somewhere like without your family, without your friend, but you know for what you go.
Next question. I think you have a long career. I think it started on from 2008 until this year 2020. So, what is your biggest
My biggest
achievement?
achievement.
Achievement.
What is it exactly?
It's like when is the best moment of your career?
When was the best moment of my career?
Maybe during your playing time at Champions League qualifying, or Europa League, or you play with the Gabon international team.
My best time. Ooh, difficult because I have too
Because
many.
because I know you play with Aubameyang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because people
Can you choose one?
know, yeah. Because if I just think about player, I play with too many famous players. Varane, Griezmann.
Maybe the best game of your life, or the night that you
I
cannot
think it
forget.
was when I was in Standard de Liège.
Yeah.
I played against Anderlecht, so the two best team, and it's like real rivalry. This is the best game.
So that was the best moment of you.
One of the best.
One of the best
One of
moments.
the best.
Okay. I think this is last question.
Yeah.
Okay. For 2020, now you play for Felda.
Yeah.
And then I think this is your first time in Malaysia for football career in your Malaysia. So how do you see football in Malaysia? And what do you think about the Malaysia football future?
My first game when I arrived here to just check one game. It was final cup, maybe 2 years ago. I was in one stadium, big stadium, maybe in Kuala Lumpur, around here, and it was not the best game for quality, but it was the best game that I never see from intensity. It was just amazing. Like the fans was like a
Full house stadium.
ouais, the stadium was full. They take the phone, they make light,
Yeah.
and when the other team scores, they make light. This one makes maybe the phone. I was like, huh? What is this? And the intensity of the game is like they never stop to run, they never stop to speak to the referee, to never. And I was excited to continue this game because they had prolongation and after penalty, and I just want this game never finish. So it's the first time I see Malaysian football, and when I arrive, I train with my teammate and everything, and okay, because 2 years ago I remember my body was not ready. When I say, oh, it's good level, good intensity, and when I arrive, I say maybe, okay, I can now come on this intensity because I'm ready to give also something from this team, from my teammate, for the club, for the coach, because he make me comfortable also. And you can see from foreign, from young player, or from some old player in the team, we have different level. I think each team on Malaysia have very different level. Compared to Europe, the level of the team is maybe
Almost
more like
same.
this, almost same. I was in Japan last season, similar, almost same. Here, I feel a little bit. Uh,
The difference is quite big
you have
from
more.
one team to another team. You mean?
Yeah, you have not only in one team to another team. For for example, for
For every
each
player.
team you have different level of player, but
Oh, I see.
the difference is not is maybe high
No.
from Europe or some club.
Do you mean the individual quality of team itself?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, I see.
The individual quality. It can be like for body,
Yeah.
for physical,
Yeah.
for technique, and mm, the level is still can be still good. For example, in my team, for our team, I am happy because we play football.
Yeah.
But I can't judge the other team because I don't know a lot. I don't know many teams, and I'm just happy that we can play football is important. So I expect more. Always I expect more. So from Japan, for example, last season, technically it's too different. It's play very fast, very good. Here is different also, but I think a less intensity.
Okay.
But the technique is not bad.
Okay, well, thanks for your time here. Thank you very much.